So you're thinking about moving to Bryan College Station? Well, today I'm going to take you around one of my favorite neighborhoods in Bryan called Oakmont. We're out in front of the Clubhouse right now, and I'll show you around there here in a second. But I want you to make sure and stick around to the end because I want to show you where my favorite local hotspot hangout is and 2 reasons why this is my favorite neighborhood in Bryan. If this is your first time to the channel, please make sure to like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on what's going on around Bryan-College Station and the market. My name is Adam Edrington, and my wife Michelle and I have lived in this area for over 30 years, helping people just like you buy and sell homes. No matter where you're at in your process, whether it's the beginning, middle, or end, please reach out, call, text, email, drive by, whatever. We'd love to help. All right, let's dive into Oakmont. So this neighborhood is one of my favorites in Bryan for multiple reasons. One, its location. This has to be one of the neighborhoods that is closest to most of the action. You're pretty much, it's on the eastern side of town, but you're right on the line where College Station becomes Bryan, Bryan becomes College Station, but you're so close to everything. You're close to Veterans Park. You're close to Christopher's World Grill. That's one of the most famous restaurants in town. It's actually just going to be that way. You could walk there, depending on where you live. You're right next to University, which is a lifeline right into the middle of the city. I'm going to show you at the end why it's one of my favorites, what you're close to. So stick around for that. And this neighborhood was built and designed basically with just different size lots. There really is not, some neighborhoods that we tour, you have different sections that you can go into and they have different themes. This one is just by size of lot. And this is a who's who of builders in this area. Very respectable builders. A lot of respectable builders are in this area. If you look over here, there's some model homes that we'll get into at some point, maybe not in this video, but in time, we'll definitely get you into these model homes. And if that's something you want to see, reach out, we can get you scheduled. But there are actively over 30 homes for sale in this neighborhood right now. So plenty to choose from. I'm going to show you the Clubhouse first. It's called the Porch. So let's check that out, and then I'll take you around and show you the different areas of the neighborhood. All right, so as you can see, the Porch is cool. One of the best pools in town. You have separate pools. You have a pool for kids. Love that. That always helps parents whenever you're trying to enjoy yourself or have a conversation with maybe your spouse, significant other, while your kids play. Also inside, there's a fitness center. You can kind of see it right here. I didn't want to go in there and film. There are people working out, so that's cool. There are tons of walking trails around here. There's parks or open areas that you can just take your family to and just throw the frisbee on a day like today. It's kind of windy, so you could fly a kite if that's what you wanted to do. Also a coffee bar in there. You saw a spot you can hang out, watch TV, like very cool amenities section that Oakmont has to offer. But there's little things sprinkled out throughout the neighborhood that isn't just here. So this isn't the only amenities that Oakmont has to offer. So let's go check it out. All right, we are at our first house. So this section we're in is the first section in Oakmont. These homes are roughly built in 2020. So, we're talking 5 years old here. So they're still rather new. You can look up and down the street here and see the different sizes. This one I'm standing in front of right now is an R&L build. Looking at about 2,800 square feet. The lot sizes here slightly under a quarter of an acre, but the price point you can get into this section, this one was listed at $460. Hey, that's a good price point to get into this neighborhood. $460K. So very cool. If that's a budget for you, to be able to get into a neighborhood like this is just amazing. Now, there's one down the way here that I'm going to show you a little bigger, a little different price point, but everything in this area is anywhere between the mid 3s to the low 6s. So great area, and you'll see as we go along. All right, so small correction. That first home that we looked at, I told you it was 2,800 square feet. Apologies, 2,400 square feet. Probably thinking, wow, 2,800 square feet for 420K. I'll take it. But 2,400 square feet. This one I'm standing in front of, this is a custom build. This is a little over 2,500 square feet, 4-bedroom, 3-bath. I mean, this thing looks like a small castle. Looks pretty cool. So if this is one that piques your interest, this one is still available, and we'll get you inside. Today we're not going to go inside, but if this were to be your area that you buy on, if you like the cul-de-sac feel, I like it because there's not that much through traffic that comes. And right behind there, nothing is being built. No more homes are being built, and it backs up to William J. Bryan, which is a great road to be close to because you can access many different areas of town from William J. Bryan. But wanted to show you this beauty one more time. Good looking home. All right, well, maybe your budget is under 400K. This beauty, you could get it for that. So this 3-bedroom, 2-bath, maybe you don't need all that square footage. Just is slightly under 2,000 square feet. Now we're in a different section of Oakmont, slightly bigger lots, 55 by 120. So still under a quarter of an acre, but you also have many cul-de-sacs that kind of line up this main street here. But 2021 build right here. So if you want just a year newer, then come look in this section. But right now there's 3 homes for sale in this section. So if this is one that interests you, we can definitely get you inside of one of these. All right, so another section, like I said, they're separated by lot sizes. These homes behind me here, slightly, now we're going 65 foot by 120. So slightly bigger, not quite up to quarter acre, but we're getting closer. So if a bigger yard is something that's important to you, want to start looking in this section, and then the next sections that we go to are going to be slightly bigger as well. I also wanted to show you this. Remember the trails that I was telling you about? They are intertwined throughout this neighborhood, and that's awesome. If you're one like me who likes to stay active, having something like this, to where you don't have to go to the gym every day. I mean, you could go up to the porch and work out there as well, but you don't got to go far. You just put on some shoes, grab some water or Gatorade or something, get to running. But another cool feature of this neighborhood. All right, honestly, if I ever get a chance to buy in this neighborhood, move here, this would be the section that I would choose. We've arrived at bigger lots, 75 by 130 feet. That is right at a quarter of an acre or somewhere very, very close. But another reason would be across the street from the basketball court. Gotta love that. And pickleball. Confession, I still haven't played pickleball. I'm probably the last person on earth who hasn't played pickleball, but they have it right here in your front yard. This new build right here by Blackstone, on the market, 509. It's a little over 2,200 square feet, 4-bedroom, 2-bath. So bigger yard, great area to be in. And all of these homes back over here have the same lot sizes. Now our last section we're gonna go to is over here. We're gonna go back down a little in lot sizes, but affordability goes way up once we get on this street over here. But beautiful homes, as you can see. Love the elevation. All right, we are in our final section in Oakmont. And like I said, this is the most affordable section that you're gonna find. You can get in the upper 3s in this section. Now what you'll notice, all the signs behind me, this is a Stylecraft, very Stylecraft dominant section, but good solid builder to get in with. If that's your price point, and they are offering, if you go with their financing, I mean, you can get your interest rates down into the 5s. That's, in today's time, that is awesome. So slightly smaller floor plans, slightly smaller lots, but nothing wrong with that. Beautiful homes. You look at the different, I mean, now you can still get in the fours in this section. You can see a bigger one right there. So there are still some homes in this area. I'm not trying to downplay it like it's a bad side to Oakmont or anything like that. It's just, I know in today's time, it's about affordability. And this neighborhood, or this section of the neighborhood, actually backs up. So if you take it right there to an older neighborhood, Copperfield, one of my favorites. So you got a school right across the street as well. We'll definitely cover Copperfield in another video. But this is the last section with the homes in Oakmont that I wanted to show you around. Now we're gonna do a little driving tour. I'm just gonna take you through all the streets so that way you can look at all the different types of homes. And then we're gonna finish up at a local hotspot. So hold on for that. All right, as promised, my 2 reasons why I feel Oakmont is the best neighborhood in Bryan. Well, one of them's this place right here, the Tilted Pint, my favorite tavern to go to. I'm actually about to meet a friend in here right now, give me a Guinness. But the second reason is Veterans Park and Athletic Complex. This is one of the best parks in town, very well maintained. They have turf fields, tons of soccer fields, baseball fields, softball fields, all the fields you need. But great area. You're gonna love Oakmont. If you need help thinking about moving to Bryan-College Station, please reach out to either me or my wife. See you then.